Okay. So, hello everyone. Greetings from the Digital Innovation Pavilion at COP27. We are now happy to present HBAR Foundation Solutions. It's the Hedera blockchain ecosystem, and it's the Guardian ecosystem solution, which we want now to present with a series of videos, and then after these videos, Serge Metelin, one of the team members of HBAR Foundation, will be available for questions and answers. And now let's start with the first video. Here we go.
Hi, it's Ryan from Timeless here, and today I'm going to take you through a quick tour of the Timeless Guarantee of Origin platform. So let's jump on in. This is an example use case for Timeless monitoring the carbon intensity of a green hydrogen production facility in real time, as well as providing the operators with digital Guarantee of Origin certificates for each tonne of hydrogen produced. We're taken to the production summary page, which can be reported on in any custom date range. Here you can see the key metrics of the production process, like water and energy usage, hydrogen and oxygen outputs, blend of renewable versus grid electricity, as well as the overall carbon intensity metrics. Here is our in-depth carbon emissions chart. For this example, we're reporting daily, but in most customer cases, we're reporting in real time. To facilitate transparent, immutable Guarantee of Origin certificates for our end users, Timeless mints carbon emission, carbon reduction, and Guarantee of Origin tokens on the Hedera Hashgraph network. This gives customers the ability to view all energy and emission data that makes up each tonne of hydrogen produced with an unrivaled level of granularity. This allows for the elimination of any greenwashing and provides off-takers and end customers with total trust over the green credentials of the product they are purchasing. And finally, we have a key metric breakdown for each step of the production process, from water and alkaline treatment through to compression. Behind the scenes, Timeless generates emission reports and Guarantee of Origin certificates conforming to the relevant standards of each customer. This has been a brief introduction to Timeless. If you'd like to learn more, please reach out to the team. Thank you.
Agri, and I'm here today to share some of our services in partnership with the Hedera network at the HBAR Foundation. It's a pleasure to share what we do, which is basically everything analytics, understanding, monitoring, and fraud detection on financial services for agribusiness. As you may know, the agricultural sector is the second biggest globally, only smaller than energy, which by itself is biggest challenge, and very different segment around the globe. Our services can serve any financial player in any place on earth, in credit, insurance, trade finance, and now with the partnership with the Hedera Foundation, we are launching our services in the environmental services, especially for offsets linked to agricultural lending. Basically, a client, typical enterprise player, with our services can profile every single component of their deals. Let's say they have a particular group of farmers in a country, and they want to analyze and understand what they can do in terms of business. I will take one example here in Brazil. Not necessarily need to be in Brazil. And we gonna have every single aspect of that particular deal. What I mean for that is everything about the environmental validation of that particular place. If they have deforestation, if they have any fire spots and everything else, since the year 2000, for any place on earth. So it's a very unique tool for enterprise players to understand, for example, in this case, what they are doing with that particular deal. And I will show some things which we summarize. So we have different aspects. We help organization. We have data, We have metrics, scores like credit score and so on and so forth. And we have summary of everything in report style information, which basically you can have, for example, in terms of agronomic aspects, how many seasons, what's their average production by a certain land unit, what is their moisture in soil, and so on and so forth. Just again, for any place on earth, or how many seasons they have in that place. So what's the average occupation per year of that crop field, and so on and so forth. We consider more important than that all the financial aspects like credit scoring, risk assessment, climatic scoring, and so on and so forth, which are proprietary scoring, which help organizations to decide what to do. And associated with all this layer of pre-contract monitoring during the contracts with the same approach during the every 15 days during the cycle of a lending or insurance contract or a trade finance contract. We have every single aspect of these deals attached to a validation on the Hedera network. What that means is everybody can trace down what comes in data, what comes in produced in results, in scores, in reports every single time during the cycle of the deal. That means no fraud, very simple verification, auditability and verifiability all the time. And in this market, which there is a lot of fragmentation, a lot of misunderstandings, and there's environmental risks and weather risks and so on, organizations can verify everything during the cycle and can share with their peers, which make a lot of difference in terms of impact of the decision making and the process of generate value for the society. Just remember, this is an industry which impacts everyone every day, is directly linked to the agriculture production and the environmental aspects of our planet and our society, is the biggest surface on Earth, and has the most of the potential to help push forward a positive agenda for our planet and for our children and our future generations. So I count on you to join our effort, be partner with us, and move forward, changing this ecosystem in this market. Look for us in our website and our partners for Hedera can help you. Thank you.
CTO for Dovu. This video focuses on our audit trail, or carbon bridge. You can take a look at our architecture through various GitHub links we have published through our official channels. Dovu facilitates connections between farmers, suppliers of MRVs, and buyers. Throughout this demonstration, we are demoing our ability to create an audit trail through ingesting one of our testnet farms. Summarily, we can either create a policy based off many of our templates. These templates end in different types of MRV measurements, from AgriCalc to Cool Farm Tool to satellite imagery. Anything that can be codified, we can create into a custom template for any project. Additionally, every project has its own token. This provides us the unique ability to support any farm with any needs for any kind of measurement they require. Every single project is linked to its own decentralized identifier, and with this identifier, the farm, an entity in our system, can submit the different documents required throughout the policy. In this case, an ecological project that links farms, projects, location, and details about the farm itself into the Guardian, or In other words, building the parts of our audit trail where everything is on-chain or on DLT in other words, and completely traceable. A verifier can be assigned to a project to make sure they meet all requirements. And in addition, they support to verify our pre-compiled MRVs. Given all the documentation provided, this is an important step to make sure that any external data to create carbon projects is correctly vetted and verified before such actions commence. For this step, we illustrate the input of documentation into a MRV, a custom MRV. Now, this could be anything from APIs, any third-party sources like satellites, and then this next step is where the verifier comes back into play. They can log in, look at all of the submitted data against the documentation, and with a single click, they can approve the MRV, which triggers the minting of digitized carbon. After that final step, an audit trail is now displayed within the marketplace for a particular project. This means that all parties may interrogate the audit trail. They may look at all the different sections and which verifiers verified the data. This is complete transparency and auditability, and all messages and logs are stored externally and can be interrogated for future use. This timeline view is particularly important as it gives greater clarity in the creation of digitized carbon credits. There we have it, Dovu's end-to-end solution for connecting people to create carbon credits. Thank you.
The digitally native improved cookstove policy that is being developed using the Adera Ecosystem's Guardian. This demonstration is based on version 1.1.0 of the policy, which is available on the Adera network via its message identifier and also from the Guardian's GitHub repository under demo artifacts. The policy is developed jointly by Tolam Earth and NOAA Institute NPC. The policy currently comprises 4 roles, those of the standard body, project developer, verifier, and viewer. The standard body is the owner of the policy and therefore does not require a sign-in from this screen. The policy execution for both the project developer role and the verifier role starts with the agent application process. This process is identical for both roles. It is here demonstrated for the project developer role. The completed agent application form is sent to the standard body for review. The standard body receives agent applications under the Agent Applications subtab of their Manage Agents head tab. Upon receipt of such an application, the standard body reviews the application and, if the agent complies with all the requirements, the standard body clicks the Approve button to approve the application. The waiting screen for the project developer now disappears and the project developer is presented with this page. To create a new project, the project developer clicks the Create New Project button. This will open the project listing application form that requests from the project developer the most basic information about their planned project. Once they have completed the form, it is sent off to the standard body for review. The standard body receives project listing applications under the Project Listings subtab of their Manage Projects head tab. The standard body reviews the application using the Project Listing Application Review form. If they approve the application, the standard body assigns a project ID to the project. Once the project developer has received the project listing application approval of the standard body, they can start compiling their PDD using the project design document form. Note that the current version of the policy uses only very limited versions of all forms. The forms will be extended significantly in future versions of the policy. The verifier receives the PDD and in turn submits a project design document review. This form requires the verifier to meticulously review every field of the PDD and approve or reject each field individually. If the verifier has approved a PDD, the project developer can request formal project registration from the standard body by submitting the PDD along with the verifier's review to the standard body. The standard body receives project registration requests under the Project Registrations subtab of the Manage Projects head tab. The standard body assesses the verifier's PDD review and, if satisfied, approves the registration request. The project developer can now start with the actual implementation of their project. At the end of the project's first monitoring period, the project developer returns to the Guardian and submits a monitoring report for the period in question by using the monitoring report form. The verifier receives the monitoring report and in turn submits a monitoring report review to the project developer. If the verifier has approved the monitoring report, that is, confirmed that the monitoring was conducted in accordance with what had been stipulated in the project's original project design document, and confirmed that the emission reductions have been calculated correctly, the project developer can request an improved cookstove carbon credit issuance by submitting the monitoring report along with the verifier's review to the standard body. The standard body receives credit issuance requests under the Credit Issuances subtab of the Manage Project head tab. The standard body assesses the verifier's monitoring report review and, if satisfied, approves the issuance request. Once approved, the system mints the requested credits as NFTs and deposits them into the account specified by the project developer. Any member of the public can now associate themselves with the policy via the viewer role to view the complete trust chain of this credit issuance, as well as any future credit issuances based on this policy.
Hello, hello. So I hope everyone liked this presentation of Hedera Solutions. Um, are there any questions? Serge, would you like to say a few words in general? Okay. If you can stand.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed some of the examples of the applications built on top of our Guardian platform. As you may know, Guardian platform is the digital MRV solution. It's basically a framework that allows you to create a brand new type of digital assets built from the ground up with auditability and trust baked in as part of their design. And if you may have heard that we are part of the Hedera's ecosystem. Hedera is a public ledger that is built with scalability and speed in mind. And we, as the network, we invest a lot of time, effort, and finances into developing sustainability solutions. So we have a company within our ecosystem that's called the HBAR Foundation. HBAR Foundation is the ecosystem building and grant giving organization that has allocated a significant amount of money for grants for the projects that are building on top of our Guardian solution within the sustainability ecosystem. So we welcome you guys to join our ecosystem. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us or to HBAR Foundation or to Hedera Network to answer any of the questions related to the network and how to start building and develop your solutions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Serge, and thank you very much, HBAR Foundation, for being such a great partner for our Digital Innovation Pavilion. See you again later in about at 1:45 Egyptian time. We will have the presentation of the Olio sharing app from UK, a very interesting tool that helps to reduce food waste and also to other sharing of items and time and other issues. So really worth tuning in. See you later.